Hello once again, YouTube. So I'm here again today with the third and final scar story. Yay! Aren't you excited? Aren't you excited? So the story that I'm going to tell you today has to do with this. And since I know you probably can't see it from all the way back here.
There, you can kind of see it. Right there.
That's what I'm talking about this time, is the scar on my chin. This one happened in 7th grade. I remember that. So at this point I was old enough to remember things. I was in the gym playing with a friend of mine who was this tiny little Russian girl. Not that her being Russian has anything to do with the fact that she was tiny, it's just a side note. This tiny little Russian girl, Svetlana, we were playing on, you know, like those mats, those padded mats that they'll lay down when you're doing tumbles and junk and whatever, and yeah, so we were playing on a stack of those, which is exactly what the teacher always tells you not to do. But we did it anyway because we were rebels. And so I've climbed up onto the top mat, and I'm on the top of the pile, and like if the pile is like this, and there, you know, this is the end of it, the one on the very top was kind of like hanging over a little bit, a few inches of it, whatever. And little tiny itty bitty 80 pounds soaking wet Svetlana decided that she needed to climb onto the stack from that side. And I knew that if she did that, she was going to fall. So being the heroic young child that I was, I sacrificed myself to protect her. I was already on top of the stack, and I'm facing the side that she's climbing up on, and I'm like, no, don't! And I go to kind of get in her way and whatever. I don't know what I was trying to do, block her, stop her from climbing onto the mats on that side. And I was a lot heavier than she was, so what ended up happening is I took that top mat with me and I fell off, and I don't know why this was the case or why we didn't do anything about it before we started climbing on the mats, but there was a ladder, a metal, whatever, like a steel, aluminum, whatever they make them out of, ladder, lying on the ground in a gymnasium right next to this pile of mats. And so when I toppled face first off of the mats, once again my face became intimate with something that it ought not to have been intimate with, and I hit my chin right here on the ladder. I don't know what part of the ladder, I don't remember the actual impact. I remember that I put my hands out and my elbows didn't lock like I wanted them to. They gave in, and I just went poof and hit right here on the ladder. It didn't really hurt. Like, I mean, it hurt for a few seconds because I knew that I just hit my face on something, but I just went numb. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought, oh, that sucks, whatever. I checked, all my teeth were still there, you know. I thought it was just gonna be a bruise or whatever. And I get up and I'm kind of shaking a little bit because, you know, I was like, oh my god, that was awful. And Svetlana's looking at me like, what? Bleeding everywhere. Bleeding everywhere, what? And I look and I touch my face, and sure enough, I'm bleeding everywhere. Yet again. And let me reiterate from the last one. Head wounds bleed. And bleed. And bleed. So I'm bleeding a lot. But it doesn't hurt. So I'm like, I'm shaking because I know, oh my god, this is really serious, but I don't feel anything, which was great because that probably would have been the most excruciating thing ever since, you know, these two. I go into the little bathroom that's in the back, like around the corner from where I would hit my face, and I look in the mirror and oh my god, I am bleeding so much. But again, it doesn't hurt. So I'm like giggling, like, this is crazy. I'm trying to like check it out and I'm like, oh my god, you know. I think at that point Svetlana ran off to go tell the gym teacher. There was like nobody else in the gym. This wasn't during class. This was like during lunch or something, and I don't know, we decided that was a good idea to go in there. So she brings the teacher, and the teacher calls my mom, and I've got all these paper towels, and I'm trying to clean myself up, and I'm like, I'm fine, I'm okay, I could go back to class, and I've got a hole in my face. My grandma's calling me. Hello? So, that's fun. Alright, what was I saying? Now I don't even remember where I was. Oh, yes. I could go back to class. I could go back to class. I'm fine. I'll go back to... And then there's blood everywhere. And anyway, so they call my mom, and she comes and gets me and takes me to the hospital. And I'm like laughing the whole way to the hospital. I'm just chuckling about how ridiculous this is. And so I get there and I get a whole bunch of stitches, and then it doesn't scar. It scars really badly. And I don't remember how many stitches I got. Oh, but I almost had bitten all the way through my lip. Like, they took some kind of saline solution and just squirted it inside my mouth to see if any of it came out, to see if I had bitten all the way through, and I didn't. But I had bitten like inside my lip, like down in here on the inside, like right there. I could feel it, and I had to get stitches on the inside of my mouth too, and those were like dissolvable ones that I eventually ended up swallowing, I guess. I'm really disappointed because I never actually got like a cool looking scar. I get the backwards upside down L, taking a dump, which is what this looks like. And I get, the 2 lines. I mean, I wanted like a Harry Potter scar or something, Where's my lightning bolt? Like, why couldn't I get a cool scar? Because my life sucks. So if you like this at all, or if you know somebody that would like it, thumb it up anyway. Subscribe to me. Share my videos with your friends. Comment down below, again, about any scars that you've got and where you got them from. Did you kiss a ladder? They're not very good at kissing, so I wouldn't recommend it. That's all I have to say about that. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, but I'll come up with something. Bye!